Now, the president says he's been tested for the coronavirus as the pandemic continues to spread.
And we hear from a couple from our area whose Hawaiian vacation turned into a 2-week quarantine in Georgia.
Plus, after canceling one of its biggest events of the year, how the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County plans to raise money.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 6. There are now 26 active cases of coronavirus here in Wisconsin and 27 total. That's according to new data from the Department of Health Services. Dane, Fond du Lac, and Milwaukee counties each have 6 confirmed cases. The rest of the cases are scattered around the state. 246 tests have come back negative.
Meanwhile, President Trump is praising the House-approved coronavirus relief bill and announcing his administration is expanding the European travel ban and confirming he's been tested for the virus.
All this comes one day after the president declared a national emergency in response to the outbreak. Meredith Wood has the latest.
In a rare Saturday press conference surrounded by the coronavirus task force, President Trump praised the good teamwork on both sides of the aisle to pass a coronavirus relief bill.
We're using the full power of the federal government to defeat the virus. I want to thank all members of Congress.
The House passed the bill in the early hours of Saturday morning after negotiations between Speaker Nancy Pelosi and President Trump's Treasury Secretary.
We thought it would be important to show the American people, to assure the American people that we are willing and able to work together to get a job done for them.
The bill's provisions include free coronavirus testing for those who need it, including the uninsured, funding for meals for school-age kids who won't receive free or reduced price breakfast and lunch while their schools are closed, and 2 weeks of paid sick leave and up to 3 months of paid emergency leave to care for a family member.
We are calling on workers to either stay home voluntarily because they're sick, or eventually, unfortunately, it may be the result of lost business and they'll either be laid off or furloughed.
Meanwhile, that travel ban to the U.S. from European countries is now expanding to include the U.K. and Ireland, effective midnight Monday. The president's also confirming he has taken a coronavirus test, but says he doesn't know the results yet, and that usually takes 1 to 2 days.
The Senate comes back to Capitol Hill on Monday, and leaders say they hope they'll take the bill up quickly and get it to the president's desk.
The White House is taking the temperatures of reporters and media members. This was the scene today inside the White House media room before the briefing. A deputy press secretary says it's, quote, out of an abundance of caution to test anyone in close contact with the president and the vice president. One journalist was denied entry to the briefing after showing a 99.9 fever. New tonight, the government of Spain is expected to announce an emergency lockdown similar to the one in Italy. The prime minister will make the announcement in a nationally televised address. The plan is expected to include the closing of restaurants, bars, and non-essential stores. Health officials say Spain has seen more than 1,500 new coronavirus cases over the past day. Let's check your first one forecast with meteorologist Dana Fulton. Weather has been pretty quiet, Dana.
It really has. That's been good news for us today. Overall, it seemed pretty cloudy outside, and we did have a few flurries come on through. Here's a look at our high-resolution Doppler right now. Any light flurries would be towards Milwaukee at this time. Looking at our Edgewater sky cam, we're getting a little bit of clearing, some light for sunset, though sunset just around the corner, just after 7 o'clock. And then overnight, our skies will steadily become partly clear. Partly cloudy skies to start off the day tomorrow, partly sunny for Sunday, and we are getting ready for a very spring-like week. 5 more days till the official day of spring, and that's going to include some showers and thunderstorms. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead for your next week in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. The order to stop groups of 250 or more people in Dane County has now been extended to religious gatherings and places of worship. That's according to Public Health Madison in Dane County. If you won't be able to go to Catholic Mass tomorrow morning, you can watch the Diocese of Madison's televised Mass tomorrow morning. It airs right here on News 3 Now, as well as Charter 9 at 6 a.m.
Now, 5 days after the Grand Princess cruise ship docked in Oakland due to the coronavirus, passengers quarantined say they still have not been tested. Our Gabriela Becerra talked to a Madison couple on the phone that was quarantined at Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Georgia and shares their story. Gabby?
Amanda and Melissa, just 2 weeks ago, Jim and Judy DeMuth were vacationing in Hawaii, their last stop on the Grand Princess cruise. Now they're being detained because of possible exposure to the coronavirus. They're calling this a dehumanizing experience.
Everybody has been so kind and caring, but they don't have any answers. They don't know.
A return date to Wisconsin for Jim and Judy DeMuth remains unknown as they await tests for the coronavirus.
There are no kids here yet.
Yeah, there's no kids. No, we have not received any kids at this location.
DeMuth says her and her husband don't have any symptoms and feel physically okay, but it's their mental health that's taking the hit.
You have your moments. Yesterday afternoon was pretty rough.
DeMuth says her and her husband are in a 12-by-12 room and share a bathroom with a couple in the adjoining room. She says when they arrived, there was no toilet paper, no soap, and no towels.
It's frustrating to know that we are, our building is completely surrounded by an 8-foot fence, and there are spotlights at both ends of the building, and there's a police presence in the front of the building, and then the buildings across from us have the same situation where they are fenced in and lighted. So you actually do feel like a prisoner.
DeMuth says they are keeping up with the news and speak multiple times a day with family back home.
When we do return home, I mean, we will complete our isolation at home, and I have a wonderful daughter and son-in-law. You will make sure that we have the food that we need.
We're all extremely concerned of just their own physical and mental well-being at this point. The lack of communication of letting them know and letting family know what the next steps are have been extremely frustrating.
Their daughter, Betsy Burns, says she is in frequent communication with Wisconsin legislators since the last 24 hours.
They're doing as much as they can to really ask the Federal Department of Health and Human Services to let the Wisconsin residents come back to Wisconsin, escorted by the National Guard.
While there's no light at the end of the tunnel for the DeMuths quite yet, they're still holding on to hope.
At this point, yes, anything to get us out of here.
The DeMuths say there was a call this afternoon about their situation, but they still don't have their luggage, and they are going on day 4 in the same clothes. And they say there is still no word as to when they'll return home. But moments ago, Betsy Burns told me that Governor Evers personally called her to let her know that he is working with the National Guard to get them home.
Thank you so much, Gabby. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is raising funds to support those in the community impacted by coronavirus, particularly in light of the statewide school closures. The emergency fund has already raised over $100,000 in less than 10 hours. Organizers say they're working with community-based organizations to best reach those in need quickly.
This is a time of crises, and there's many who do not know where their next meal will come from, who do not know how they can make their next medical appointment or receive resources. So it is us pulling together within this community to make this happen.
The Boys and Girls Club does have tentative plans to stay open with limited hours and services beginning March 18th through April 6th. They plan to raise at least $250,000 for the fund. If you want to donate, just visit bgcdc.org. Apple says it plans to temporarily close all of its retail stores to help control the spread of the virus. The company says it plans to close all stores outside of China until March 27th. Team workers will work remotely if possible, and those required to be on site are advised to maximize interpersonal space. People can still shop on Apple's online stores, which will remain open.
Senator Bernie Sanders has picked up another victory in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. He won the caucuses in the Northern Mariana Islands today. Sanders got 84 votes, while his rival Joe Biden drew 48. The win means Sanders gets 4 national delegates to Biden's 2. Tomorrow's Democratic debate between Senator Sanders and Biden will take place in Washington, D.C. now instead of Arizona. The DNC announced the move this week due to concerns over the coronavirus. Officials say moving the debate to CNN's studio in D.C. will reduce cross-country travel, and there will no longer be a live audience.
Sanders' campaign was scheduled to open an office in Madison today, but says it was forced to cancel due to coronavirus concerns. The campaign's office is located at 214 North Hamilton Street. The campaign says it plans to organize using phone and digital resources now. In a Facebook post, the campaign wrote it would host a statewide call tomorrow to create an organizing plan for Wisconsin. The campaign also wrote wrote, in part, we have decided to suspend in-person gatherings and door-to-door canvassing for the time being. Ensuring the safety and well-being of our supporters and staff is of utmost importance.
Something to think about: despite the coronavirus, community leaders are still working to make sure people who live in Madison take part in the upcoming census. Rebalanced Life Wellness Center hosted a census education event today, and organizers say it's critical that the community is fully represented in the 2020 census so that Wisconsin gets enough funding for schools, community programs, and other things.
Well, getting ready for the census is very important because, you know, the counting of participants, the counting of members of the community will make sure that funds allocated for socio-economic development.
Census Day is coming up. It's on April 1st. And we know there's a lot developing on the coronavirus front. For the very latest information, head over to channel3000.com. Check out our coronavirus headlines section.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, how one NBA organization is helping out its own workers during their suspension. Plus, why doctors are recommending social distancing amid the pandemic. After the break.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Uncle Joey sent you this.
During Steinhoffel's employee family price sale, everyone gets the employee discount. You have got to tell her.
It's Steinhoffel's employee family price sale, where everyone pays what we pay. Get 40% off on the largest selection of the best brands at the best prices. Steinhoffel's employee family price sale ends Saturday.
Tell her next week.
Yeah, next week.
The NBA's Golden State Warriors ownership, players, and coaches have pledged to donate $1 million to provide assistance to employees who work at games at the Chase Center. The team said it wanted to do something to help ease the pain of people who work there during this time. The league announced on Wednesday that it is suspending games until further notice, and Giannis Antetokounmpo has also pledged $100,000 to staff at Pfizer Forum, and the Bucks have matched that amount. Meanwhile, 3 XFL teams are on alert after the league said an unidentified Seattle Dragons player tested positive for coronavirus. The unnamed player played in the team's last game on March 7th in Houston, and he self-reported symptoms after a few days and was put into isolation. On Thursday, the XFL announced that it had suspended the remainder of its regular season.
We're hearing all about social distancing as a tactic to try to slow down the spread of the coronavirus. As schools are closing, health experts are advising parents and students to not take this measure lightly. Natalie Brand reports from Baltimore, where schools are now shut down across the state.
From schools to museums to amusement parks, closures and daily disruptions from the coronavirus have become the new norm.
I do think it is the right thing to do right now, and
We are facing a crisis, and I think this will help.
Dr. Lisa Maragakis, epidemiologist at Johns Hopkins Medicine in Baltimore, says even if you don't have symptoms, staying away from crowds and keeping your distance from others should be the mindset for now. Social distancing, a new buzzword.
It's anything from not shaking hands, not hugging and kissing someone, to really just leaving more space between yourself and someone else.
Around 6 feet is what health experts recommend, and while some states like here in Maryland are shutting down schools, doctors say that doesn't mean completely changing your way of life.
Gathering in small groups is still going to occur, and I think is entirely appropriate. We just all need to be very vigilant about anyone who has symptoms of respiratory disease.
Dr. Maragakis cautions any symptoms, even mild ones, should be taken seriously, meaning parents and individuals need to stay on alert and stay home when sick.
It's not a vacation. There's a very serious reason for the school cancellations. This is not a time for any of us to get together in large gatherings outside of work or outside of school.
Health experts say the goal here is not only to keep yourself safe, but to protect the more vulnerable in your community who are at risk for severe disease. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Baltimore, Maryland.
Doctors say that as the weather gets warmer, spending time outside in open air is a good idea since there's less risk of infection compared to indoors.
More to come on News 3 now at 6. If you feel like your seasonal allergies continue through the summer, you might not be feeling allergy symptoms after all. Plus, more sun in the forecast for tomorrow. Dana's back with your first warned forecast. That's coming up next.
Ram Truck Month means huge discounts and rebates at Don Miller. Drive in groundbreaking style. It's the new 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4. Get over $11,500 in rebates and discounts on all remaining in stock. It's a 2019 IIHS top safety pick, just like the new 2019 Ram Tradesman Quad Cab 4x4. Lease for $392 per month, 48 months, 10,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at signing. Ram Truck Month is on now at Don Miller, your Madison Truck headquarters.
Don Miller. Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
So I just got the PF Black Card for no enrollment fee. Really? Yeah, I get all the perks. Like what? Like a free guest. Hey, Carl. And I can work out at any Planet Fitness anywhere. Like while I was just on vacation.
Aloha.
Wow. And massage chairs. I'm in. Yeah, she is.
Get it all with the PF Black Card. 0 down, $22.99 a month. Deal ends March 16th.
5 Madison area locations. Offer expires March 16th. Stop in and see us today.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
It's that time of year again. Sneezing, sniffling, watery eyes. Allergy season is here, but maybe you feel like seasonal allergies continue through the summer and even the fall.
Yeah, as Josh Breider for Consumer Reports explains, what you're suffering from might not actually be allergy symptoms after all.
I don't get much relief year-round. I'm constantly treating from sort of January to December.
A 2018 study found that 37% of people who visited their local pharmacy and purchased over-the-counter allergy medication didn't have an allergy diagnosis from their doctor. So what if they actually have something else going on?
In some cases, symptoms like sneezing, a stuffy nose aren't actually caused by allergies. They're caused by something called non-allergic rhinitis.
Non-allergic rhinitis is triggered by non-seasonal things like food, alcohol, odors, smoke, perfume, pollution, medication, and even quick changes in the weather or temperature. Its symptoms often look like those of allergies, congestion, runny nose, and sneezing, but without itchy eyes and sore throat.
Don't use any aerosols. I don't use perfume. I don't use hairspray because I do find any of those will trigger me to repeated sneezing.
Outdoor allergies usually start around February or March, and they can last until about October or November.
So how do you know what's causing your sneezes?
If you're not sure whether you're experiencing an actual allergy or non-allergic rhinitis, see your doctor who can give you an allergy test. Even if non-allergic rhinitis is the cause of your symptoms, an allergist can still help you find relief.
With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Breiter for News 3 Now.
Now, if your allergy problems persist, try a saline rinse using a bulb syringe or ask your doctor for prescription spray that contains steroids. Let's get a look at your first warned weather. Meteorologist Dana Fulton has your forecast and looking forward to some sunshine tomorrow, Dana.
Yeah, not a big change in our temperatures as we head to Sunday, but we are going to get the sunshine back. That's going to make it a little more pleasant outside in the afternoon. So we say seasonally cool for Sunday afternoon. Partly sunny skies will return. Our cloud coverage steadily breaking up over the next few hours. By the time we get closer to midnight, we will be partly cloudy and then partly sunny for Sunday. Next week will be a little bit milder outside. We've pulled temperatures back just a little bit, but still trending a little above average. And then by the end of the week, we're looking at some shower and thunderstorm opportunities building in. Right now, all of the rain is well to the south, some light snow chances. We did see a few flurries creep right into the southeast corner of the state, but nothing adding to accumulation on the ground. Now, this rain chance with some stronger thunderstorms, that's really well into the Ohio River Valley. For us, we're looking again at that cloud coverage breaking apart and nothing new building in for the start of your work week. We get to enjoy a few more calm and quiet days with pretty seasonable temperatures. So the clouds breaking up by midnight. We're expecting partly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, it will be partly sunny outside. A breeze coming from the east-northeast, so it will stay, again, just a little cool. We're looking at high temperatures close to 40 degrees in the afternoon. By Monday, some cloud coverage building back on in. We'll have a variably cloudy sky, a little more cloud coverage than sunshine, but since our breeze is coming from the south, it'll help our temperatures climb closer to the mid-40s for our afternoon highs rather than the low 40s. So we get a few more degrees added on for the start of the work week. Unfortunately, not expecting that sunshine for Monday. But it'll be nice to have some good temperatures. Looking at our 6 to 10 day outlook, this trend puts us into March 20th through the 24th, so starting to get closer to the end of March when we look at our long range forecast. It seems likely that most of the country will be dealing with a little bit of above average amounts of precipitation. And again, that lines up with some rain chances that we're looking at as we head into next week and the following weekend. The start of spring, it does seem like it's going to include some spring showers. Our temperature trend has really been lining up steadily over the last few weeks with that warmer air pulling towards the southeast. It seems likely we'll see above average temperatures along the Atlantic coast and then some cooler air for the plains and northern Midwest. We're now included in that in southern Wisconsin in that 6 to 10 day range that temperatures will be trending close to, if not just a little bit below. It seems likely they'll be a little bit below average for us. Tonight we'll be dropping to the mid-20s, seasonally cool for us. It is going to become partly cloudy overnight. Not much of a breeze to factor in, about 5 to 10 miles per hour for tomorrow morning and for the afternoon. And then in the afternoon, we will have partly sunny skies overall. Should be a pretty pleasant afternoon. Low 40s on Sunday. Monday, we warm up a bit. We'll be in the upper 40s for Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to wear your green. For Wednesday, we have partly sunny skies during the day. Our rain chance might mix with a little bit of snow. That's not going to develop until night heading into Thursday morning. And Thursday and Friday, we will see showers and some isolated thunderstorms for our first day of spring. And as we head into the weekend, right now it doesn't seem like it's going to be a severe weather event, but it is going to bring some rain along and the chance again to hear a few rumbles of thunder, especially Thursday afternoon when temperatures will be in the lower 50s. But it's springtime. This is what we see. We see the thunderstorms come through, and for the last several days, it's been quite quiet outside.
Yeah, it was a little colder than I thought it was going to be this morning.
Right.
So it'll be good to have some sunshine tomorrow, and all the kids are off of school, so maybe enjoy a little sunshine tomorrow. That's a positive.
The sun just makes it feel a little better outside. You're right about we're still in winter right now, and early spring. That's definitely jacket weather, so it does feel cool, but it's not cold. Yeah, it's a nice move up a little bit.
Could be worse.
Could be much worse.
Yeah.
Good trend.
We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plunge you into deep, depressive lows. Take you to uncontrollable highs. Or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
This is Jill Karofsky's arena, and she doesn't mess around. As a prosecutor and now a trial court judge, Jill has locked up criminals and protected our families. This is also Jill's arena, a 2-time Ironman triathlete. No one outworks her. Now Jill is entering this arena, running for the Supreme Court to stop corruption and the influence of big money special interests.
Whether you're a violent criminal or a corrupt politician, I will hold you accountable.
Fair, tough, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
Starting.
Selection, price, and speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. 2 complete pairs start under $40. 2 pairs with Progressive start under $80.
That was epic. Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2020 Toyota Camry for $219 a month, or get $750 customer cash on a new 2020 Camry.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Our commitment to bringing you the latest coronavirus coverage continues Sunday as we share the latest numbers from the CDC and the ways Wisconsin leaders are working to keep your family safe heading into a new week. Join us Sunday at 6:30.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you doing?
Some good advice from the Madison Fire Department. They released this video on Facebook this morning saying that if you wash your hands to Lizzo, you'll stay feeling good. You gotta just have a positive attitude,
Yeah, you really do.
Stay clean.
Yep. If there's anything that comes positive out of this, it's hopefully that people will wash their hands.
Yes.
Not just for right now, but for the foreseeable
Forever.
future.
Dance for
forever.
Lizzo while you're doing it.
Yep.
Have a good time.
Oh yeah, anything. I was at the gym earlier and everyone was spraying down the machines, even the ones they weren't on. That's great.
good.
It was awesome.
Everyone's being
Be
nice.
clean.
Be clean. Weather-wise, things are pretty quiet for us for the next few days, which is good. News has been a little busy. Partly sunny skies for Sunday with temperatures becoming a little more mild for the work week.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.